This is an impromptu sketch I did late one night. When your schedule starts to revolve around arting, editing, and uploading, you can lose sense of your normal daily routine. So I've been having some up until 6 a.m., then sleeping until afternoon days lately. Anyway, my original idea here was to sketch out a plan for another paper doll series, but it derailed into a looking for love personal ad, which was fun since character traits became an actual element of the piece. It's a profile on a matchmaking service for magical beings. No, it's not autobiographical, as I've explained to producer Mike several times. I mean, no way are my lashes that long. This is Hexacious Helga's profile, also known as Hexy Helga. I know I'm weak at lettering, but I keep doing it anyway. Extra effort was made this time by attempting a Gothic style. The spacing is iffy and the letter X is unrecognizable. I'd like to try calligraphy at some point and see if that might help, because something has to be done. Thankfully, the scale chosen for some of the elements made it necessary to omit some of the text, such as her third hobby, boot stomping, and the non-judgy requisite in a mate. Not to mention her goal of trading in her current warty frog familiar for a mini dragon. So, okay, it's the end of August, and I already have fallish videos up. That's intentional because once September 1st hits, the horde of autumn addicts will be sniffing through YouTube for fresh meat, like newly risen undead in a shopping mall. And I'll have a leg up over all of the seasonal lollygaggers still going on about heat waves and sun teas. Because, as we all know, you snooze, you lose the views. Producer Mike and I are big Halloween nuts. It's hard for us not to get excited months in advance, but toss in a fondness for cool weather, spicy hot beverages, and pumpkin-y sweet treats, not to mention those glorious colors of the season, and it's hands down our favorite time of the year. I was a little concerned about the fair skin tone over the green and brown underpainting, but the background was pale enough that it worked fine. Bodice, hat, boots, and Gothic letters were done in Boku Undo's purplish black. I'm pleased with the look since I didn't want to go blackest black on this piece. I wasn't thinking of it at the time, but I watched The Love Witch some months ago. For a 2016 film, it was saturated with 60s and 70s stylings. Quite a weird little movie, but sort of mesmerizing as well. I threw in the towel after about 2/3 of the way in. Maybe it was the deliberately stilted acting and slow pacing, or perhaps it was an overdose of sheer peignoirs. So, although I don't know how the movie ended, I like to think that lonely, messed up gal ultimately found true love. After some therapy and a stint in the slammer for multiple murders. I currently have several purples to choose from, and went with the lovely Windsor Violet for the skirt. For those new to watercolors, painting one section, such as the skirt, then moving to paint another section, allows the paint to dry before you come back to add another layer, such as the shadowy folds in the fabric. That works with a composition like this one, but not necessarily for others, in which case a hairdryer comes in handy. Color choices were not arbitrary. There was reasoning behind it. Helga is an air elemental witch. Her affinity means she's comfortable flying, which accounts for her love of broom racing. Also, in my mind at least, I associate purple and yellow as air elemental colors. No, I haven't studied magic or witchcraft, but it's not like these ideas haven't infused popular culture through books, movies, and games. And yeah, I'll say it, the Dark Moon Fair was one of my favorite things about World of Warcraft. The brushed line work was done with a Princeton Neptune size 0 round brush, and the same purplish black used earlier, just more concentrated. I don't remember for sure, but I may have added either Windsor Violet or Payne's Gray. It bugs me a little that I accidentally painted the scarf on the hat yellow rather than the purple I'd planned. The piece could have used that for better balance, I think. Here, the paint I was using for line work had dried out a bit and become too dark. That really messed up the whole look, so I went back, re-wet the circle outline, and lifted some of the pigment with a tissue. I'd been wondering how to make it look as if magic were shooting from her fingertips, and a wavy green ribbon through the starbursts worked just fine. Previously seen in the figure drawing video, Salsa by Clean Color Nail Lacquer is what's on my nails here. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you might be wondering why I sometimes bring up nail colors. I'm not sponsored, I just like nail polish. I used to bite my nails, so now that I have some, I'm enjoying the pretty shades in solids, shimmers, hollows, and pearlescence. It's mainly for fun, but if it's available on Amazon, I often include a link in the description. I'm hesitant to share producer Mike's initial reaction upon viewing the completed piece. Oh, he wasn't critical. No, I'm just not sure if nice boobies is appropriate to repeat here. Maybe it's not apparent, but I think the previous figure drawing exercise had an influence on this piece, if only because I felt pretty confident while creating it. Sure, there are spots where proportion is questionable, but that's the joy of fiction. I can claim that one of Helga's arms being shorter than the other is totally on purpose. So, yeah, our brains are on dark carnivals, mist-shrouded cemeteries, and general witchiness. And that will color this channel's content for the next couple of months. But there will also be more paint swatching, mixing, and product impressions. At least, that's the plan. I'm happy to share this early Halloweenish painting. Until next time, think autumnally and stay artsy, my friends.